We just went to Vegas and my daughter could not watch the TV in the room because it had commercials. She couldn't wrap her head. She's 6 years old.
Yeah.
She couldn't wrap her head around like, Dad, why can you fix the TV? The TV is broken.
Do you use that line on her? Be the show, not the commercial.
Be the show,
That's why she hates commercials now.
Right. Welcome to Digital Hospitality. I'm your host, Shawn Walchef. This is a Cali BBQ Media production coming to you from the National Restaurant Association show in Chicago. We leave our restaurants every year. This is the 5th year that we've come to this show. Every year it gets better. If you're watching this, if you're listening to this, I beg you, please find a way to get out of your restaurant and to learn how to ask for help. It was one of the hardest things for me. I spent 10 years in my restaurant thinking that if I left, the whole thing would crumble. And I've left and my team is doing a much better job without me. So shout out to the Cali barbecue team, but we come here to learn about the greatest innovations that are happening in the space. And I have one of the legends, Jordan Boesch, CEO and co-founder of 7shifts. You're probably using 7shifts scheduling platform, but we're here to learn about all the things that 7shifts is building. Jordan, thank you for taking the time.
Thank you for inviting me back. Always love chatting.
It's, for me, it means a lot to see CEOs and co-founders of companies, especially as they grow, still find ways to come back and connect to owners and operators. You and your team do such a good job staying connected to the people using your tools. How many restaurants on the platform?
So we've got about 55,000 restaurants.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm serious.
What did you say?
It's now 55,000.
55,000?
Yeah.
And that's US, Canada?
This is US. So 85% of our customers are in the US.
Okay.
About 10% in Canada and 5% of the rest of the world. We don't market beyond North America.
Yes.
But obviously,
but if someone around the world is watching, there's a chance that you might be able to get 7shifts.
We have a customer in Kyrgyzstan.
Kyrgyzstan?
I didn't know that place existed.
No way.
And it's a burger bar in Kyrgyzstan.
Come on.
So
I will be the first person to sign up a 7shifts customer in Bulgaria. I'll make that promise right here on the show.
All right, let's do it.
Let's go. I'll do it this summer. I'll be your sales force
I'm gonna
in
follow
Bulgaria.
up on this.
100%. So 55,000 restaurants on the platform. Give us an idea of what are you working on right now that gets you excited?
So maybe even to just take a quick step back in terms of where we try and focus our energy and time. So most people that are using the 7shifts product today probably know us as scheduling, labor management, and but I was just talking to someone actually earlier about our vision in the past 10 years. It actually hasn't really changed in that we are trying to build the entire employee workflow through that HR experience. Mm-hmm. So from the moment you're hired, then you're trained, you're scheduled, you're paid after you work your shifts, so pay and then retain. So that's how we define our focus area and the things we want to be really good at. And granted, we've gone deep on the scheduling side, and there's a whole lot of stuff there. Last year, we spent a lot of time on payroll, tip management, early wage access for employees. This year, it's shifting a lot of focus back to some of the core stuff we've been working on around labor management. But additionally, we are going to be launching a new product here within that employee lifecycle.
Amazing.
So training is the new product, and we're excited about it. We've got some customers testing it, and it's a really big problem for operators today.
Why is it broken?
So maybe I'll just kind of back up in terms of the when we were researching this problem, we were chatting with folks, and we were chatting about hiring initially.
Yeah. And
so many folks we were chatting with were sort of like, Jordan, you have all of my workers in a place, and they're communicating, and I'm posting there, and I have material, I have menu changes, I have all of these things that I need to be doing with them.
Yeah.
And giving them refresher courses and things like that. And so we said, you know what? We were wrong in this, in sort of the next thing that we were going to take off the shelf. So we're going to transfer our energy to training. And some of the problems we saw were, as you probably know too, like there's a lot of There's a lot of binders everywhere. There's a lot of
Yes.
papers.
Yes.
And most importantly, in talking to these operators, they're sort of like, I just don't want another app that I have to do. All my employees engage with us there.
Yes.
How can we make that a better experience? So those are some of the things that led us down this path.
And how far along is the product?
So we've got this in the hands of a few restaurants today.
Okay.
And these folks are, kind of in anything above 2 units.
Yep.
As soon as you get over 2 or 3 or even 10 or 20, there's actually some that are in the dozens of units. Consistency is a big challenge for some of these folks if they don't have anything streamlined. So we built out, obviously, the basics like course creation. We actually use AI to load up all their materials so they can drop in whatever they have today, whether it's pieces of paper or PDFs. We'll automatically create a course for them with lessons, with quizzes as part of it. And we also are doing bite-sized courses as well. So similar to how a lot of younger workers engage with content.
Are you saying that we have shorter attention spans?
Well, no,
No,
I
I
wouldn't.
wouldn't say that.
I wouldn't. No, a little bit. I would say at times, but so
we just went to Vegas, and my daughter could not watch the TV in the room because it had commercials. She couldn't wrap her head. She's 6 years old.
Yeah.
She couldn't wrap her head around like, Dad, why can you fix the TV? The TV's broken.
Do you use that line on her? Be the show,
Yeah,
not the
be
commercial.
show,
That's why she hates commercials now.
Right. It's exactly right.
You've indoctrinated her.
She knows. No advertising for my little girl.
Yeah. But like the bite-sized course content is really important for those folks that just, if you want to record something really quickly as a manager, distribute it to your staff, have them watch it. Whether it's a quick cocktail of the week or a quick menu change, those are really important. And so I think that even thinking about the decisions employees make when they come and first join a restaurant, and do I stay at this restaurant? And there's a big factor of how well is it set up, how well am I trained?
Yes.
And if you are not set up for success, the likeliness of you sticking around the restaurant is lower.
Yep.
And so, again, because we want to use the end-to-end HR lifecycle to also enhance the employee experience, how do we best do that? And so that's something we think a lot about.
There's a book called The Power of Moments by Dan Heath and Chip Heath. And it's an amazing business book about lots of different case studies, but one of them in particular is employees day one. Thinking about not only at a tech company like yours, but at a restaurant like ours, how do we differentiate ourselves and make that person feel seen, feel welcome, from the onboarding packets to how the job postings, to the interviews, to the uniform allocation, all of these things that can get really messy depending on, the team, the infrastructure, the restaurant group. But if we took some time and found the right products to make this system more hospitable, we're going to have people that stay long.
100% agree. 100% agree. I think everyone sort of has their ways of doing things, and oftentimes there's an aspect of training that's follow Tom around. Just follow Tom. And our saying is, following Tom is not a training program. It's
not a training program.
It's part of what you will be doing.
Tom is great, but Tom doesn't scale.
Yeah, exactly. And so we're trying to take that sentiment and help folks understand that, look, we know that this is how you're doing things today, and there's a better way, especially as you think about scale and as you potentially are scaling. That's not something that as an operator that you can check in on easily and ensure that there is consistency and that people are reading the right materials and they did the right acknowledgments and they finished the onboarding and what did they score on these tests, and so we think a lot about that and try to help that, because if they are not trained appropriately, ultimately the downstream effects are maybe the guest experience suffers. And if the guest experience suffers, they're going to write bad reviews. Well, bad reviews are something obviously most restaurants hate to see. And we think that if we can front load that and get people actually engaged in the content, and completing the necessary steps, that we're setting everyone up for success.
What assumptions did you make going into training that were proven incorrect?
It's a good question. I think for us, we initially went into training thinking that onboarding was one of the biggest problems. And don't get me wrong, it is. But we didn't actually take enough stock of how important it was to have the micro learning and micro training pieces as part of the ongoing training of employees. And it's not one and done.
Yeah.
And I think that when we thought about training, we thought about it from that onboarding lens, but it's the consistency, it's the repeatability, we only hold knowledge for so long, and you need refreshers, and how do you best stay on top of things so that you're on your best game. So
for you, you're building a product for your customers who are restaurant owners, but I know the 7shifts philosophy and the core, you guys have won so many awards for work culture. I've been able and fortunate to meet so many of your teams and just raving reviews about the culture of 7shifts. How did you build that culture, and how are you helping put the things that you've learned building what you have at 7shifts into the tools that you're building for restaurants?
Yeah, I think part of the culture at 7shifts, there's a high level of, I would say we try and look for folks that have a high learning velocity.
Yes.
So it's not that you know that thing already, but if we bring you into the company, how fast can you learn the thing? I believe everyone can learn.
Yes.
We've proven everyone can learn, but the speed in which people learn is such a good indicator of whether or not someone will be very successful with us. And so we sort of take that, and often these people have a lot of intellectual curiosity as well, because they want to learn quickly, so they're asking lots of questions, they're digging. We try and bring those folks into more of the shoes of these operators as fast as possible so that they can empathize, they see what it's like, they understand and get closer to the problems. And I think from that, there's almost no time to, I'll use the term, create drama, because companies that have maybe not the greatest cultures, there's a lot of infighting, but if you can focus people on the problem and get them rallied around why they are there, what type of meaning they're there to provide to operators, then that's the only focus. Mm-hmm. That's what we're measured on. That's how we measure success. And so there's more than enough problems to tackle in this space, but we need to center ourselves around the most impactful ones to solve.
So when you have 55,000 customers, what is the most effective way to let them know that this product is available?
Well, for new prospects?
Yeah, not for new prospects, for existing customers.
Oh, to let them know training's available?
So, we spent the whole day yesterday at Google.
Yeah.
And I think myself and a lot of people in the room, we take Google for granted because it's been in our lives for so long, and we don't realize how many tools Google has.
So ingrained in my life.
So for Google, for them to let customers know about products, it's like literally a global event, right?
Yeah.
But for a company like you have the same challenges when you get to 55,000 customers. How do you notify? What's the best way? Some customers like email, some customers want to be called, other customers want someone to come in and talk to them.
Yeah.
How do you let people know?
I would love it if I could go talk to everyone. I would, and there was a time where I did that. But it's simply
unscalable.
It's unscalable, like Tom.
Yes, Tom is unscalable.
So he's not.
Jordan calling everyone is unscalable.
But what we do is, because we try to be as product-led as possible, and part of that means building the simplest platform possible.
Yeah.
And so if you log into your 7shifts account right now, you'll see a training tab on the navigation.
Yep.
If you click it, it'll tell you about training. You can hit join the wait list. And we have a massive wait list right now for folks. And that they're also going to be receiving an email from me in the next week here.
Amazing.
Just because, frankly, they haven't gotten an email from me in a little while. And I want people to know that, here's what we are building. The world is changing a lot with AI. Here's how we view the world, and here's what's going to be coming to you and what you can expect from us. So I think this is a moment in time where people, I think, need to hear from founders and CEOs of companies about what does that next chapter hold if I'm staying on your platform. And so I'm going to be also personally reaching out to our customer base, and I'm actually crafting the email.
I love it.
I worked on it yesterday, and it's getting there, but I want to make sure people know that I see what's going on. I care about the same problems that have existed in the industry that we've been trying to solve for, and I think that there's new and exciting ways that we can continue to solve those, and I want you to hear about them.
So we're here, 2026, the National Restaurant Show. You've been working for over a decade in this space, restaurants specifically. What is the theme of the best restaurants, the best restaurant groups? What do they do right?
Yeah, I think that some of the best groups are thinking about this similar problems. Just they're looking at solving it in some of the some different ways. I would say there's a big emphasis on the employee engagement side of things from some of the best groups that we see, because ultimately I feel like it all comes back to the retention of some of these folks. And if you can build the right culture and the right team and processes and get people trained and engaged, you're going to keep people longer. And so I feel like those people that are able to keep people longer, it creates the breathing room for them to think about new problems that they can actually tackle. And the ones that have not solved that problem yet will continually churn in this loop of hiring is hard, nobody stays, I'm frustrated, this is such a bad industry, employees are bad, restaurants are bad. They sort of have this negative continuous loop, but they haven't really figured out that first part, so they will continue to spin.
Yep.
Whereas the best operators, yes, they've progressed past that. They're looking at other operational efficiencies. They're using some of their own internal tools as well to kind of pair with ours. Some of them are building tools on top of our platform to help with reporting, some of the gaps that frankly exist in all pieces of software. They're getting a little bit more technical, vibe coding stuff to kind of solve some of these pain points as well.
Yeah, do you own your business or does your business own you? It's something that, the more that I come to these shows, the more that I realize that the sooner that I replace myself on the schedule, the better business that I had.
Yeah.
Which is hard. It's so hard as an owner-operator because we wear it like a badge of honor.
Yeah.
We don't want anyone to go, oh, you don't work hard, you're just the owner of the business. No, I work hard. And then you start working hard and you start solving all the wrong problems.
Yeah. You kind of get in the way.
You get in the way.
Yeah. Because the biggest problem I found too, and maybe I love your take on this too, but you see every little problem in your business.
Yes.
And
you wonder how everyone doesn't see it, and then you just go off on all these little tangents.
And what I found the most helpful is I see those too, and we have to decide as founders of any business, what is the most impactful problem I can spend my time on?
Yes. Because
these things are not going to break the business.
Yes.
These are things that are there because people are human and things get missed, and those aren't world shattering. But if you don't do the top 1, 2, 3 most impactful things that you can do for your business, then you suffer because you're the only one that can do those really top 3 most impactful things.
I heard a great analogy on a podcast of business owners. Their problem is typically there's multiple fires happening in your business. Think of a dumpster fire and a kitchen fire. A bad business owner tries to put out both fires. A great business owner goes to the biggest fire and puts out that fire and lets the other one burn.
I love that.
I was like, that's amazing. Go put out the kitchen fire.
Yeah.
The dumpster fire's fine.
Yeah.
But
how much oil is in that kitchen fire? Let's talk about that.
The whole business. We'll be fine. We have insurance for the outside of the business.
Yeah, don't put water on it either.
Yeah, but really powerful analogy. What do you hope to take away from the show?
I am really excited I was excited to do things like this, just connect with you and honestly, it's such a big industry, but so small at the same time. So I love spending time with partners, operators, telling people, frankly, what we're doing at 7shifts. And so that's my biggest goal, is bring awareness to sort of what we're doing, what's up next, and how we view the world and how it's changing with AI and how we're going to continue to to help operators navigate this environment.
I just want to give a shout out to the 7shifts social team and content team. The newsletter that you guys launched recently, it's one of my favorite things to read in the industry. Your team does an amazing job. We'll put a link into the show notes. Please subscribe. Follow 7shifts on social. Connect with Jordan on LinkedIn. He is a thought leader in our industry. I'm always grateful for any time that you get to spend together. I can't wait to come back up to Canada to come spend some time together. If you guys are watching this, we do live shows every Wednesday, every Friday. Rising Tides Live. We want you to be a guest on the show. You can reach out to me anytime. I'm weirdly available at Shawn P. Walchef on Instagram or LinkedIn. Jordan, any parting words of wisdom for the owner-operator that wasn't able to make it this year to the show?
Yeah, come next year. It's always a great learning experience, if nothing else. And if you're interested in kind of the vision of an all-in-one HR end-to-end platform, sign up for a trial at 7shifts.com. And if you have any questions, drop me an email, jordan@7shifts.com. I read every email. It is not automated through agents. I do read my email, so.
I have to warn you, we had the CEO of Bar Taco, Anthony Valletta, on the show.
Yeah.
We put his clip, he puts his cell phone and email on the bottom of every guest receipt.
Oh yeah.
It went viral on Instagram and on TikTok, hundreds of thousands of views. The Instagram one's at 500,000, so.
How many calls did he get?
I don't know. But his social team, they're on it. They're answering all of those. So email Jordan. He will respond. He is amazing with digital hospitality. Grateful for the friendship, grateful for the opportunity to come and spend some time with us.
Amazing. Thanks for having me, Shawn.
Thank you. As always, guys, stay curious, get involved, and don't be afraid to ask for help. We'll catch you next episode. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. If you've made it this long, you are part of the community. You're part of the tribe. We can't do this alone. We started, no one was listening. Now we have a community of digital hospitality leaders all over the globe. Please check out our new series called Restaurant Technology Substack. It's a Substack newsletter. It's free. It's some of our deep work on the best technology for restaurants. Also go to YouTube and subscribe to Cali Barbecue Media. Cali BBQ Media on YouTube. We've been putting out a lot of new original content. Hopefully you guys like that content. If you want to work with us, go to betheshow.media. We show up all over the United States, some international countries. We would love to work with you and your growing brand on digital storytelling. You can reach out to me anytime at Shawn P. Walchef on Instagram. I'm weirdly available. Stay curious, get involved, and don't be afraid to ask for help. We'll catch you next episode.